Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, this is Lima B, baby, the mule. Why? I just have a few, I guess, kind of hot topics that's just been really on my mind. I want to get off my chest, right? So, let me see what the first one will be. I guess a little bit about me. Um, First, I'm a woman. And I promote women and families first, right? Women and children and families. Um, One thing disturbed me a couple of days ago. I was on a panel and I was talking about a young lady who just said that she, want to be married or whatever. And I just was telling her, well, a few things that I thought were positive. But when I read the chat, it was some hateful, evil women in that chat. Like, you can't proclaim or speak. And just because you women don't want to be married or I don't know what's going on with you, but the hate was real. So this is what I want to tell anybody. Everything that one woman likes or desires does not have to be your desire. And you don't have to hate on them or be angry if somebody is wanting something that you don't desire. You can want a Tesla. You can want a Mercedes, right? And the next person can say, I want a Maserati. That doesn't make either one of y'all wrong. Everybody just like different things. And I don't know what's going on with the hate of the black woman if she says she wants a family. I just don't get that. So I'm going to just say that because that is just something that really perturbed me. I think that people live in these echo chambers, right? And it gets very dangerous when you can't see anybody's point of view or everyone has to have the same thoughts that you. And I'm not against any divestors. Let me just make that. I don't care if you're a divestor. Great for you. I'm for it. Whatever is going to make you a happy, progressive woman. Because my path is not yours and your path does not have to be mine. I hear a lot of things that one person like, a woman like, and I don't like. And just because I like one thing doesn't mean you have to. Matter of fact, I think that's fake and phony women. I'm going to be real with you. If you are that hateful at what somebody else enjoys, it's something sick in you. That's real. If a young woman says, I want to have a husband and that is nature. That is natural. Now, who can we say is she going to get it or not? But I always feel like if that's something you want, just like you get up and you go to college or you go up and get a job, hey, do what you have to do. I always said don't waste a whole lot of time with somebody who tell you they don't want to be married. Like Maya Angelou said, if they tell you they don't want to get married, they don't have plans, believe them, run. And do your own thing somewhere else. Move around. Explore all your options. Have a good time doing it. And don't put pressure on yourself. Because you may find that right person and you may not. And I don't feel like somebody should define you. That's a big thing. So whenever somebody say they want to be married, the first thing I say is why? What do you think you're going to get out of it? Because that is always, some people live in a fairy tale. They think, I'm going to meet Prince Charming and things are going to be great. And that's just totally not true. So the first thing you need to know is why you want something to see if it's a reality. And just with anything is work. You want to go to college. You can't just, you can go and sit in a class, but you don't do any of that classwork, what's going to happen? You're going to fail at it, right? Anything you want, right? You can clock in and go to work and sit down and say, I'm not going to do nothing. You're going to eventually get fired, right? So it's everything. So with anything that you want, I say go for it. Marriage is not easy. So I don't blame, my daughter told me she don't want to be married. I don't blame people because it is a lot of work. I don't, of course, as a mother, your kids are all saying they don't want children. You're like, wait a minute, But I think everybody should have a right to their own happiness, to claim their own lives. And it is very disturbing that women who are supposed to be leading people are encouraging people. I won't say the women, because the real thing is the women who are the hosts of these channels, they're happy. They have a husband. They have a real life happiness. But it's the chat room that's just so bitter and angry. And they don't see that, hey, I can have what she have, or it's just unrealistic for me. You have the one unicorn. And that is truly sad. That is such a failure in this society. If you believe that it's this mythical unicorn. And yes, I did say, hey, if you are interested in being married and you first start dating somebody, mention that. Tell it. Say it. Now, that does not mean that you're trying to bully somebody. But the same way you would be saying, oh, I like ice cream. No, you say, okay, I like ice cream. And as y'all are developing a communication, what you want out of the next 5 years? Oh, in the next 5 years, I hope to be married and blah, blah, blah. And that is not you demanding something of somebody. That is telling a person where your head is. So, I mean, the same way as women, we can sit down and pour our hopes and dreams out and tell our friends. I don't feel like if you're dating somebody, especially if it's more than a year, and you haven't even mentioned that you desire to be married and that's what you truly want, you cannot be mad with your boyfriend because you've never even spoke on it. People are not mind readers. And I mean, yes, you would think that, hey, a man should automatically want to say this, that, and other. Yes, and that may be true. You may desire for that man to bring it up. But if he wasn't raised like that, that just might be something that doesn't even occur to him. But I guarantee you, if he loves you and you said it a couple of times, what you desire, not in a pushy way, he's going to come, and if he loves you and wants to do that with you, he's going to ask you. A closed mouth does not get fed. Do you understand? So that is something that really just bothered me because it's a bunch of, to me, older ladies discouraging the younger ones from wanting things because they failed at it, because they couldn't get it. And what you didn't get, it doesn't stop somebody else. So that's my thoughts on that. So I really wanted to talk about being a strong woman, but I think that's another video I should do because that is something that really bothers me as well. And I also wanted to touch on Sister Tina Knowles. Oh, she is in a delusional state. So, and like I said, I'm just here to introduce myself and just give you guys some things that I think about. I would love for you to leave me any kind of comments, any thoughts on anything you hear. And I definitely am not part of an echo chamber. Like I said, if you're here with me, just know that it's woman first. This is not a male space. And I think that we should be free to discuss all of the things of being a woman, of being a daughter, of being a mother, of being a wife, of being a friend. Just all the whole dynamics of what you go through in a day-to-day basis, in a day-to-day basis. So that is that. So I'm signing off now. Peace.